everyone, welcome to another video. So in today's video, as you could tell already by the title, it's going to be about my world travel. I have read your suggestions and wishes, and I try to combine as many as possible, and so I thought I would just make kind of a mix, because this one here is basically a ramble, and there is also gonna be a little eating out. So this is my fruit salad. It's not really Instagram-like, but I like it anyway. It has some bananas, kiwis, and berries in it. And maybe I can inspire the one or the other to get a fruit yourself, because it's healthy. So anyway, also if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, and also write me down in the comments where you have been traveling already, and if you have a favorite country so far, which one, and also tell me where you would still like to go. Okay, so the first part was about the States, and the second part is going to be about Mexico, because this is what I did. I flew from New Orleans to Mexico City, and I met a friend of me there. She was traveling the world as well. She just went back home right after that, and for me it was just kind of in the middle, and so we just decided to meet and do Mexico. So first of all, I do not know any Spanish. My friend did know quite a bit. We first started in Mexico City, and I remember that it was a big city. Basically, it was not my favorite kind of. But it was okay. I mean, we did see a few touristy things. We stayed in a pretty nice hostel where we had a really nice view over the city, and we went to a great sushi place. I've actually had the best sushi in my life in Mexico, I guess, and the funny thing is I had it in 2 different places, which is really crazy because Mexico is not really known for Asian food, or apparently it is, but anyway. So from Mexico City we went to Oaxaca, which is I don't know how you call that, a town or a small city. And oh my god, please, I don't know sometimes what we did exactly. I mean, we also had we just took buses, we drove around. I guess we just went somewhere like up, in like non-mountain area, but I don't know anymore exactly. And I remember there was a big market at night, especially, where you could have street food. It was just a little difficult for me because I'm vegetarian, and even though they prepare most of the food like really fresh, my friends asked them if I could have it without meat, and sometimes they just said no. I was like, oh, great. I have to admit, I did not. I mean, I like Mexican food, but for me it wasn't great. I mean, basically it was just always like a flatbread with something in it. But I guess in no other country like Mexico, I ate so much stuff from all over the world. Yeah. Oaxaca is just basically pretty, like, still, I mean, no, you cannot say not that developed, but you know, it's still, you see more people with their traditional clothes or how they cook. I mean, just mobile phones were not that in yet, and just also the town, it was an old town. Oh, I remember in the whole country basically we always ate pastries, but like you know, not like a cake, but just really dry kind of stuff. We have always had that for a snack, and yeah, I feel very bad that I don't remember much more. I cannot remember everything from every place. Anyway, in Oaxaca it was not cold, it was not warm either. So then we decided to go all the way south to Cipolite. That was pretty great, because it was, I guess it's more like a tourist station, either for Mexican itself, and it was low season anyway. And it was really funny because, you know, they do not really have buses, but they have like taxis. And sometimes it would just take a taxi from point A to point B, and but it was not that just only you could sit in the taxi, just like everywhere who wanted to sit in the taxi. So, and I remember in the morning when kids went to school, sometimes you were just like 8 people in a car, like all mashed together like that. And sometimes the car, I don't know, a piece of the door was missing, and I also remember the streets, they were pretty horrible. We once took a night bus, and that was not a local bus, that was really a touristic kind of bus, and it was only me, my friend, and another girl, and we just drove somewhere in the nowhere, and I could tell you they honestly could have kidnapped us, and I mean, no one could have ever found us. I mean, yeah. Especially now, where I'm a little older, and I think on all the stuff I did. I mean, I was not really in dangerous places, you know, but sometimes we just, you know, didn't really care. We were just like, oh yeah, okay, let's book that, okay, bye, see you tomorrow. And yeah, but anyway, Cipolite was really nice. It's on the beach. As I said, it was quiet. There were not a lot of people around this time, and we were just basically chilling on the beach. I remember though the wind was sometimes a little strong, so it was not that warm still. But I remember also I had a lot of ensalada de fruta. But I must say, I've had really bad coffee in Mexico. Almost everywhere I went. I don't know why. I didn't expect that, to be honest, but I sometimes could not even really drink it. of course, I love fruits. There were a lot of fruits. So yeah, I remember especially we were chilling. I guess we stayed maybe for 3 days or something. And I guess it was there. And that was really, really crazy. I have the dive license. So we decided to do a cave dive. So that means it's complete in the dark. You have no light. So basically you are trapped. And I remember that it was not in seawater, but in sweet water. Or lake water, how do you call that? Just not seawater. And we started, I haven't done it for years, to be honest, but all the memories came back pretty quickly. That was no problem. And maybe after 15-20 minutes after diving, of course we had a lamp to at least see something. And I remember that I really suddenly, I got so scared. I felt so trapped. I had to calm myself tremendously that I would not have a panic attack, because the thing I basically wanted to do is just to pull out the stuff which is in my mouth, which gives you the oxygen. And I just had this escape kind of red flag mode where I just wanted to go wherever I could. And it was not possible because I was in the middle of the cave and I really had to calm myself down. I mean, my heart was beating and you want to breathe, and basically I did breathe, but that was just horrible. And since then I have never ever done a dive anymore. Also because I did not really get the chances. Later on my travel it was still too fresh because it was really pretty traumatic, and just since then I've never really been into places where there is a big dive kind of scene, or how you want to call it. Yeah, anyway. But Cipolita was nice, I can recommend it. And we had like a really cute cat at that bed and breakfast we stayed. I remember that. And I guess from there we went to San Cristobal. San Cristobal is the south is here, and then it goes like all the way up. It's near Guatemala. Right. Yeah, it's near Guatemala, I guess. And San Cristobal is a really, really big tourist place. There are a lot. And it was not bad at all. It was really nice. It's in a mountain, so it's pretty high. So that means that the weather was also not really that warm. I needed my jacket, And I also remember a really great bus driving there. So there we took a local bus drive. And I hate bus driving anyway, and I'm a person, I cannot sleep in a bus, also not in a plane, or almost not. And we were the lucky ones in the front. And there were bus stops. There were buses who stopped maybe 1 or twice a night, but not this bus. He stopped around 6 or 7 times. So that means the whole time people came in, people got out, I was in the front, I couldn't sleep, I was angry. And I also remember the bus driver was listening to such a horrible music. I don't know if this exists like some kind of Mexican schlager, I guess, to, keep himself awake. But I was just so done after this bus ride. I was so tired. And the great thing was also, before we went to the bus, we had some street food, and yeah, I got food poisoning. Not really bad one. I mean, it was still okay, but I also had a little fever. I stayed in bed for maybe 1 day or something like that. And after that, I skipped the street food completely, because in Mexico, a lot of the veggies are not cooked. I mean, tomatoes, the onions, the salad, it's fresh. And I don't know what water they washed it. I just know that my stomach didn't find it that good, so yeah. In San Cristobal, I also remember that we have been to like some kind of a village where, you know, the native people still are living, and you could not go there by yourself. I mean, you had to be in a tourist car. And the thing is, I don't really like it. I mean, I like it to go and see stuff, but you know, the people who live there, I mean, they are used to like work. I mean, that's how they earn their money. But then they wanted to force us kind of to get dressed like in their traditional clothes and to take a picture, and I just really hate stuff like that. I really do. And then we also went into a typical authentic kind of home from them, and they still cook with fire and stuff, but I guess it was just all made up. And of course they wanted to sell you some clothes and stuff, and I don't know, I mean, the landscape was beautiful, it was really nice, really good. But yeah, I just never know if it's good to support stuff like that or not. I remember also on this tour, we were there was a really big church, and that was really funny actually, because a lot of people were praying, and there was so much wax. I mean, I don't know what he explained it to us, and they would always just put wax on the floor, and also they would always drink Coke, or I guess also they would put out Coke on the floor. I'm not sure anymore. And he also explained us that Mexico is the country where Coca-Cola is drank the most. Didn't know that before, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, so let me get this straight. Maybe I also forgot one or another place. So from Oaxaca, from San Cristobal, we went to Tulum, which was hot as fuck. And I remember there, we took a walk in a park or something. Of course, we also went to. Oh my god, I really forgot the name. Now it all gets messed up what was when. Anyway, I know we went to Tulum. Tulum is also kind of a touristic place. It's known for sea turtles. If you want to go there, you can get a snorkel tour with turtles. But I guess when we were there, we could not do it because it was not seasonal. I'm not sure anymore, but I remember that there were so many mosquitoes. I mean, I was eaten alive. It was so bad, I could not even stay outside. Once I was really like, I'm sorry, I cannot hang out, I feel horrible, I have to go into the room, into the dorm. And I mean, as you maybe can remember, if you're traveling on a low budget, dorms are not really nice. Anyway, I guess in Tulum, I remember we went somewhere and we saw this huge. No, it was not a salamander, but I don't know the word. Just a very big animal. And then we also went to Merida. Merida is completely in the north, in the east. And compared to Oaxaca, there was like a huge difference if you see it from the perspective of being like modern. I mean, they had McDonald's, they had like Abercrombie and Fitch, they had just like, you know, basically everything. It was just like another big city in Europe. I did not feel like the Mexican vibe anymore there. And I remember I had good pasta. I had good pasta there. And I also know that, I mean, it's a little embarrassing, but we stayed in a nice place. Still in a dorm with like 20 beds or something, but it was really nice. And they had a pool, and we were like so lazy. I mean, all travelers out there know it. After a while, sometimes you just get a little lazy and you just want to hang around. And we like literally stayed 2 days in a row in that hostel and did nothing except having dinner outside. So I cannot really tell you something from that. So, but I remember it was nice, and I could get a little tan. And we also have been to Machu Picchu. Am I right? And also another place, I don't know where it was, just in a ruin. You know, like just an old place, but this whole crazy kind of stuff the native people built from I don't know how many 100 or 1,000 years ago. It's always incredible to me how they could do that. I mean, with this perfect, you know, angle and everything. So I guess so far we have been to 2 or 3 places. Machu Picchu, am I right? I'm really not sure if I'm just switching that right now. Well, anyway, so the final destination of our travel was Isla Mujeres. So we have to go to to a big city in the east. I don't know the name anymore. And then we took a boat, and it's maybe 30 minutes drive. And Isla Mujeres is really, really small. I mean, you could just, you know, take a walk around in, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours. But the water was one of the most beautiful ones I have seen. I mean, it was really nice, sand white, and the water was just turquoise. It was so clean and everything. And it was low season, as I said before already. There was only 1 hostel on this island, but a really big one. They even had their own parties. And I also remember twice we got really, really drunk. Yeah, there we just lived a good life, you know. I mean, we had always guacamole with chips to snack. I could always eat my coconut juice. And yeah, we would go to the beach. We would sleep all day long. And we also did some yoga. Not only there, by the way. It seems that yoga is pretty common in Mexico. And it was just really incredibly beautiful. It's just bad that it's, I guess, now almost only made for tourists. And I mean, of course, it's really small. but I guess that was even a school, so that means there are local people there. So yeah, and from there we went back to Mexico City, and we stayed there another night, and she went home and I stayed another night, and then I went to Japan. But I will speak about that in the next video. What I also want to say is that I really liked the Mexican people. They were really friendly and also a lot more shy than I thought. I mean, I could just, imagine already everyone wants to value something and would speak loud, but it was not like that at all. Everyone was really, really polite and trying to help, and I also never really had the feeling that someone wants to, how you say, rip me off just because I'm European. So yeah, I mean, I was excited about Mexico, but it was not one of my fave I was looking for. But I must say, Mexico was one of the countries who has surprised me the most. I really, really, really did enjoy it, much more than I thought, actually. And I also think it's crazy how what kind of big differences they have from if it comes to temperature and just like the whole clima. I mean, if you think on Mexico, you always think about sun and buste, the desert. I always think about just deserts and cactus and a lot of sun and a lot of tequila. I also had tequila, by the way, but I hate tequila. I really do. I cannot stand it. But anyway, I can really recommend it. Of course, we have not really been we're not really going to the west and to the north. I mean, that's where the regions are maybe not so nice to live. And yeah. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up. And stay tuned till the next one is going to come. Bye bye.